I'm Martha Hartney. I'm an attorney out of Colorado, and I've spent my entire legal career thinking about custodial issues pertaining to children and parents and how we can strengthen and restore the sanctity of the parent-child bond. I'm offering this video as a little bit of a primer on what the legal issues and rulings are that would be pertinent to the United States' new policy of detaining children and their parents at the border and separating them when parents cross the border illegally. So just a little bit of framework, and I'll try to make this quick. So in the year 2000, the Supreme Court told us what a parent's rights are to their children under the Troxel v. Granville case that is still good law today. And that case says that a parent who has not otherwise been found unfit for any reason has the fundamental right to the care, custody, and control of their children. And under that case, the government's policy to separate children from their parents would be absolutely unconstitutional. It would not fly. It would be so far afield in terms of constitutional law. It would cause an immense ruckus. And our government is banking on the fact that these children and parents are not U.S. citizens to argue that this is okay. But there's another case, and it is the Ilian-Gonzalez case that came out about the same time, around 2000, that stands for the proposition that even a parent who is a non-citizen has the fundamental right to the care, custody, and control of their child, even when they're not inside the borders of the United States, but the child is. And that's the case where the little boy, Ilian-Gonzalez, was shipwrecked on his way from Cuba with his mother and other family members, and he was the lone survivor to make it to the U.S. shore. His father wanted him to be returned to Cuba. His U.S. family did not, and the government sent Ilian back to his father under the premise that the father had the decision-making rights over his child, even though the father lived in a hostile nation where we had no trust in that nation. We sent him back anyways because that father's constitutional rights trumped any other interest we may have in that child. The child was going home to a safe environment. He was not being endangered. They sent him home. So even our own government stood for the proposition that non-citizen parents maintain their fundamental right to the care, custody, and control of their child, regardless of their citizenship status. So based on that, we are violating our own constitutional law by separating these children from their parents. These parents are guilty of a misdemeanor. That's it. The misdemeanor is crossing the border. The crime is looking for a better life for their child and for themselves. And we are ripping those children apart from their parents, causing massive trauma every single moment of every single day that these children stay in custody. We need to do something about it immediately. We can't let these children be further traumatized. So those are the legal issues involved. Can the United States interfere with the fundamental rights of these parents whose sole crime is crossing the border, committing a misdemeanor? I think it's quite clear that even under our own Constitution, that is not proper, that is not right. Certainly under international law, it is not proper or right. It is a violation of international law, but we're not a signatory to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. So the next step is the United States needs to join the rest of the world in recognizing that our children are our most precious resource on this planet. And we need to take care of them, whether they are within our borders or outside of our borders. And that's all I have to say, all I have to offer, and thank you. Keep the pressure up. Keep pressuring our government. Call your congressmen and women, call your senators, and let them know that this is unacceptable behavior on the part of the American government. Thank you.